Hello, this is Paul with ScanPower. It's Saturday, October 15th, and I wanted to make a video that kind of went through what the new send to Amazon deadline means for ScanPower and for sellers who create shipments using the APIs. There is updated information on Seller Central, and I'll put a link to this in the video, but about FBA shipment creation using send to Amazon. So as you may have heard, they extended the deadline to use the old send replenish workflow through October 16th, or tomorrow, Sunday. And this was originally set to be shut down. The old workflow was going to be shut down at the end of September. And so the main impact to users of ScanPower and other API driven software was you could create a shipment in ScanPower, and then if you needed to, you could make some edits to the quantities of the items in the shipment, or remove an item, or adjustments in Seller Central using the old workflow. So we've heard a lot of information, from people trying to help, and from software providers, but I just wanted to cover what will and will not be available after October 17th. And this is coming straight from Amazon's site, and it has been updated, so I think it's reliable. So I'm just going to skip to the create shipments through the APIs, because that's what really applies to us. So in the first paragraph, they say the replacement of the send replenish inventory workflow with send to Amazon won't affect the Amazon Marketplace Web Service API or Selling Partner API. So that's the APIs that we use to get your inventory, to create shipments, to send box contents. You can continue to access details and make changes to shipments that you create with your APIs from your shipping queue after October 17th. You can use send to Amazon to view and edit shipments created through the APIs. And when you access those shipments from the shipping queue, you'll be presented with the two workflow options. So if I click on a shipment here, I've already chosen the old workflow, so it'll take me to the old workflow. If I choose another shipment where I haven't chosen the old workflow, it will present me with an option to use one or the other. So according to this document, that will not go away. What is important to remember is, after you select either the old or the new send to Amazon workflow, it can no longer be edited through, when you select the send to Amazon workflow, you'll no longer be able to make changes to that shipment through ScanPower or through the APIs. And you'll be somewhat limited on the changes that you can make in send to Amazon. So we'll go through those really quickly, starting with a batch in box that we are going to create shipments for, and then we're going to view those on Amazon. So I have an item that I just added to a shipment. So it's in this shipment. It's not packed yet. I've given it an expiration date, but I haven't sent that information to Amazon. So when I edit that shipment using the old workflow, everything looks the same. Right now we've got the units in the shipment. We've selected small parcel so far, and there's no box content information. So nothing really changes here. I can add a box, and I can pack that into the box, and expiration date has followed it through, and I can say, let's send the contents for it. after updating the box dimensions and weights, and let's say we want to purchase partnered shipping. So it's going to send the content feed. It's going to request an estimate for partnered shipping, and we can go to Seller Central and we can see those changes. Now, since this is the old workflow, we could potentially make modifications to the shipment. And again, as far as Amazon is saying in their update to the Send to Amazon announcement, if you choose the old send replenish workflow, we should still be able to make changes to that. So we'll test that by we'll just go into this, unpack it, and then we're going to change this to quantity 2. And then we're going to pack it in the same box. So here we have an estimate. It's probably been canceled because we made a change to the shipment, but we'll go into Seller Central and just see what happens. So it's the old workflow. We now have 2 units instead of 1, and we're kind of back to having partial box contents, but we need to send the contents again since things have changed. So we still have 1 box. We're just going to go ahead and send contents again. So this is all to demonstrate that even after October 17th, if you've created the shipments in ScanPower, and when you click on Work on Shipment, you should be able to choose the old workflow in terms of viewing and potentially editing it. So this is second paragraph. When you access, so this says you can continue to access details, make changes that you create after October 17th. When you access your API-related shipment in working status from the shipping queue, you will be presented with 2 workflow options. So that's what we're showing here. Now, here we have an estimate. Again, we can agree to that estimate and get our shipping labels, and once the feed is processed, we'll get the shipping labels. We can print those all out. We can print box labels either during packing or afterwards. And so now we've got a confirmed status, so we're just waiting for the shipping labels. And so in the old flow, we don't even need to go into Seller Central. Everything can be done from ScanPower, especially when you purchase partnered shipping. So now when we go back into Seller Central, we'll see those updates. Guess we just need to refresh here. So we've got the shipping estimate. We've accepted those charges. Shipping labels are available here, and we could complete the shipment, or we can do that all within Boxed. So once we get the updated status, we can also complete the shipment in Boxed, and we don't really need to go into Seller Central. So that's the first scenario. So if we deselect that shipment and batch and go into a new batch here, we are going to create the shipment or shipments for these 3 items. One of the items is gated, so it's not going to be included in our shipping plan, but we're going to ask for a shipping plan for the 3 items. And when we get that, it looks like 2 go into the IND 9 shipment, so we won't actually close that out. Actually, I'm going to force a new shipment here because we've already accepted the old workflow on IND9, so we're going to ask for 2 new shipments. And we got 2 new shipments with unpacked items, quantity 1 in this one and quantity 2 in the new IND9 shipment. So that's nice. After you create the shipments in the new box, it kind of automatically shows the shipments that the batch fed into, and it filters by them. So if nothing is selected and I select the batch that created those shipments, you'll see only those shipments are displayed. So that's just a nice feature. So what we're going to do now is go back to our shipping queue, refresh. We've got the 2 new shipments here, and we're going to say work on shipment. It's going to give us the option of the new or the old workflow. If we try the new workflow, I just want to show you what this will look like even if the old workflow is still available, which Amazon says it will be. You now have a shipment with some prep guidance, which is nice. The ability to set the number of boxes and an expiration date here, and then you could go through and still finish this shipment in the send to Amazon workflow. What's nice is you don't have to, because if this shipment is created in ScanPower and through the APIs, we can pack these items and in real life you'd probably be scanning them into the box, and but we've got each shipment has a box. In this case, the expiration date followed the item through from the batch, and then we're just gonna go ahead and send contents for this one and make sure that we give the box a weight. So nothing changes on the ScanPower side. We're still sending the content feed. We're still getting a shipping estimate. We could get a partnered shipping estimate for LTL if we wanted to. We could change this to LTL. And, we can accept the estimate. And I'm going to let this process, and we can go back and look at the old batch that had. Yeah, so this was the original IND9 batch. We've sent the feed, we've got the shipping labels, we can download those, we can print them locally. These have been split for you because even though they're generated on letter size paper, we can split them into 4x6 labels. So again, even though we chose the old workflow and technically could make changes to the shipment, and we did, you can still do everything in box that you need to. So that's the original batch. Now when we go back to the new batch, we have confirmation and the shipping labels for this new shipment to IND9 that was pushed through the send to Amazon workflow are all available. So we can download the shipping labels, we can print those. So here we've completed the new IND9 shipment completely in ScanPower, and there was no need to update anything in the new send to Amazon workflow. So to recap, if you're creating shipments in ScanPower, you can continue to do things the same way that you have in the past. Amazon is telling us that the old send replenish workflow will be available as an option to choose if you do end up making changes in Seller Central. And even if it isn't available, you can complete the shipment all in ScanPower. So at this time, there's no real reason to use the Send to Amazon workflow when you click on the working shipment in Seller Central. It's an option, and the shipping information will transfer from ScanPower to Seller Central, but there's no real need to use it at this time. Thanks for watching. Please feel free to leave feedback on the video or to send us questions to support@scanpower.com, and we'll be happy to get back to you, or even Zoom and screen share so that we can cover some of the changes. Thank you.